welcome Atlassian Head of Product Marketing, Service Collection, Molly Bronstein.
Hi, everyone. It's great to see you here in the room, and welcome to everyone joining us online. Thanks so much for being here for the Service Collection Super Session. Now, imagine this. You're about to speak in front of a room full of people and thousands more online when suddenly the screen cuts out. Do you wave down the AV team, restart the system, wait for someone else to come fix it? Meanwhile, everyone's watching and waiting. That moment, that feeling, is what it's like when you're trying to get help and you can't. It's the same story whether a customer finds a bug, an employee is locked out of their laptop, or an ops team is scrambling during an outage. The common challenge? Disconnected teams, siloed tools, and no shared context, which means resolution takes way too long, frustrations build, and the experience, well, I think you all know how that feels. But imagine if things worked differently. What if service teams had the visibility, the collaboration, and the context to solve problems before they ever reach that breaking point? Picture this. A customer calls with a problem. The support team sees the full context, dev and product jump in, and the customer walks away happy. Now picture the teams inside an organization, like IT ops or HR. Instead of scrambling, they're collaborating effortlessly, keeping services up and running, and delivering great service experiences to employees. What if you also had a flexible database that could track everything from hardware to software, people, or even car parts, with all the dependencies mapped and context flowing right where it needs to be? And I know we're deep in a dream now, but imagine an AI teammate that can handle repetitive work like triaging, deflecting, or generating knowledge, all so your humans can focus on the big tasks. Now that future, it's not far off. It's already here. Enter Atlassian Service Collection. That's right. So what is Service Collection? Well, it's a new way to bring service management to every team in your company, from HR to IT to operations, customer service, and beyond. But it's not just a collection of apps. It's part of Atlassian's broader system of work, which connects projects, knowledge, and services across your organization. And as you saw in that video, Service Collection combines the best of Atlassian: Jira Service Management, Customer Service Management, Assets, Rovo, and our platform into a single, powerful offering. And for all of you Jira Service Management customers out there, I have great news. You'll get the rest of Service Collection included with your current subscription. Now, as you all know, service management is an area where AI is fundamentally changing the game. And while AI may seem new in the service management world, 78% of respondents from our recent State of AI report said AI adoption has already improved workforce efficiency. That opportunity is massive, and Atlassian is making it real. How, you may ask? With the Teamwork Graph. It maps the relationships between people, work, and tools across your organization. And all of that rich context is what fuels our AI agents and service workflows. So your teams don't just respond faster, they actually respond smarter. Now, we know this works at scale. Just look at Jira Service Management, already trusted by 65,000 customers worldwide. From the largest enterprises to growing startups, these teams depend on Atlassian every single day to deliver exceptional service experiences. Now, Service Collection builds on that foundation and takes it even further. Now, let's dive into all of the exciting capabilities Service Collection has to offer, starting with our new Customer Service Management app. With that, please welcome Edwin to the stage.
I am so excited to be here, everybody, to share with you the general availability of our Customer Service Management app as part of the Service Collection. Woo! Now, since our beta launch at Team US back in April, we've been running at breakneck speed. And we've been super motivated by all the enthusiasm that we've seen from the hundreds of beta participants that we've had. Thank you for all those of you who have been part of our journey so far. Now, let's be honest. No one really loves contacting support. You send out an email, maybe you send a chat, you repeat yourself 1,000 times, and you feel like the person on the other end never really gets what's going on. I've experienced this, and I'm sure all of you have here as well. It's frustrating for customers, and it's equally painful for the support teams who are trying to provide great customer service. But why is this? Why does it happen, right? Well, I think it all comes back down to silos. As companies grow and scale, their support teams get disconnected from the very people who build and run those products and services. Your product teams, your development teams, your ops teams all run off in their own silos, doing their own thing in their own tools, with your customer, unfortunately, being stuck in the middle. Our solution is all about breaking down silos, and it gives every service interaction the right context. And it's not just about being faster or more efficient. It's about smarter, and it's about delivering great customer service. At its core, our app includes 4 main things. Omni-channel support, so your support teams can meet your customers wherever they are. An AI agent that can work with your teams and your customers to provide an immediate response. A customer context repository that provides your teams and the AI with understanding of the customer so they can provide a personalized experience. And support workflows for when your requests that require collaboration with your teams. So let's see these in action. Now, for most companies, your starting point is your support site, where customers go as the first port of call to get help. Now, a good support site, it will be easy to use, it will have the right knowledge bases, it will have the right forms and the right workflows to help your customers seamlessly. It also fits in to the actual company's brand and identity, so it feels exactly like part of your company. Now, all of this is available out of the box with our CSM app. And with our integrated site builder in Atlassian Studio, customizing the support site exactly to the way you want is a real breeze. So here you can see me customize this support site from our fictitious financial services provider called Beaconstone. I can easily update the contents, for example, of this banner right away. Super easy. I can also actually match it to the design and the style and the colors of my own brand. So here, let me pick this strange shade of teal to match to my brand logo. For those of you who are familiar with the Confluence editor, you can also edit the contents of the website inside the page here with that editor. So you can start updating your site very easily. I can also update, for example, the alignment of this particular piece of text, all very easily here from this editor. And lastly, my personal favorite, you can also add all these components like spotlights and carousels that allow you to really pop your site with an image or a message and really makes it stand out that much more. Now, of course, your customers may just want to talk to you. They just want to call you on the phone, which is why I'm thrilled to announce our integration with Amazon Connect. Now, Amazon Connect is a market-leading contact center solution. And with this integration, your support teams can easily work with voice requests or phone requests directly within our app. With every call, you'll be automatically creating tickets, right, with the right customer details, the full recording, the full transcript of the call. So nothing is lost between handoffs, and customers don't need to repeat themselves. Our app also provides a handy widget. So you don't have to go and look up articles or look at forms. You just come right to this widget and start asking the question you have. Of course, this widget can be placed on your support site, but you can also put it on any website that you want, or even inside your own product to really provide in-product help. So that's great. You've gotten started, your customers can get in touch with you, but to provide really world-class customer service, I think what you need is the help of AI. Now, many of you will know we've been investing in Rovo, and we've leveraged that investment here to build what I think is a truly leading AI agent that can scale with your customer support. Let me show you how it works. Here, a customer from our fictitious financial services example here wants to know how to view her recent transactions. Rovo, of course, can use any knowledge source that you provide it to construct its answers. It also understands what Beaconstone is, so it knows exactly the sorts of answers it can give and it can't give, so it's always on point. What's also awesome here is that Rovo knows who the customer is, so it can provide personalized answers for that customer. Now let's get a bit trickier. Here, our customer is getting an error message. And as you can see, the message is, well, a bit cryptic, right? An error message can mean anything, so it's probably a little bit vague for Rovo to act on it right away. Here, Rovo is smart enough to actually come back for clarification. What is the actual error? So it can really help close in on the problem quickly. Now let's give a bit more details about the error. And here is where it gets really cool. Instead of just drawing from static knowledge bases, Rovo can also tap into our teamwork graph. So it has the full picture of the assets, the projects, the services that may affect the customer at that point in time. So in this example here, Rovo knows that there's actually an incident right now from status page, which is the thing that's most likely blocking our customer's access to view her transfers. And our third-party integrations also mean that it's not just about Q&A. It's not just about providing answers. You can also take action. Here, our Rovo is connected to Beaconstone's custom card management system. And this allows Rovo to actually go and lock up the card right after confirming with the customer here. With Rovo, what you get is an AI-powered teammate that can really scale with you. And the best part of all this is that you can help it keep getting better. We give you all the tools necessary to train and to coach your AI agents so it's even better at engaging with your customers. Now, we can do the coaching in the conversation reviewer right here. It lets you drill into every single conversation that Rovo has had with your customers. So you can review each question, the steps that Rovo has taken, and the response that it has given. And if you think there's a better response it should have given, or maybe a more appropriate action that it should have taken, you can give that guidance right there directly. But that raises an interesting question. How do you know it's getting better, right? Is it making progress? How do you know all that coaching you're doing is actually improving your AI agents? This is where our offline evaluation capability comes in. It allows you to measure and evaluate Rovo against a curated golden data set. Think of it as a representative set of prior tickets, questions, and answers that should be given. So each time you run and change your AI agent, you can now run a simulation of Rovo to measure its performance against this data set, and hopefully see that it's actually getting that little bit better time and time again. What's good here is you can also dig into each run to actually see where the agent has performed and where it hasn't. Now, I think this AI agent is an absolute game changer. There will be many scenarios, though, that I think customers will still need to talk to your teams. Now, unfortunately, when we looked around in the market, what we've seen is that typical agents will just now unceremoniously dump its customers back to a form, or maybe they'll make you call up again. So all that context you have had with the AI agent, all that explanation that you've made, gone. We take a different approach to this, one that makes handoffs between AI and your teams actually seamless. So let's see this in our example. Let's go back to the chat from our Beaconstone example again. And this time, the customer is trying to make a large transfer from their mobile app. Now, this involves a lot of money, so Rovo can't solve the whole problem by itself. But it is smart enough to know it's time to escalate to the team by raising a request. Rovo can actually also escalate to a team member when it detects that the customer's sentiment is turning negative, or it detects the conversation is really going nowhere. It's just going around in circles and back and again. But it doesn't escalate just by sending you off to some form. It determines the right type of form that you need to raise. Understand what information is needed, and in this case, it's the transaction date being the most critical piece here, and it asks that right in the conversation. So it prevents a lot of that back and forth that you have with your customer. And once it has all that information, it now raises that request and fills in the form for you. It even appends the full transcript that it's had with the customer, so anyone can reference back to it easily. Now, of course, this app is built on the full power of Jira, which means you get all the workflows, the custom fields, the advanced SLAs, all that automation, everything that you're familiar with in Jira. But on top of this, the CSM app also provides your teams with the full context of your customers. Who are they? Which organization do they belong to? What licenses, entitlements, and products do they have access to? Now, all this information that you see on screen, all these fields here are completely configurable. So you can actually set up your system to capture the information that's relevant for your organization. And of course, all this data here is something that you can import from your CRM database. Now, as your support team works on that request, they also get the benefit from the power of Rovo. With Rovo, your team members can now get a head start on working with that request. Rovo can, for example, provide a full summary of the request and all the conversations that's happened so far, find potentially related historical cases, highlight possible root causes, and even recommend subject matter experts who may know how to solve this. And lastly, it can even suggest a runbook, step-by-step guide on what to do next. Now, earlier, I started this section by talking about how our solution breaks down silos across teams. And one of the most painful chasms that I've seen in my time has been between customer support teams and development teams. Support teams really struggle to get attention from developers or get updates on progress. Developers feel overwhelmed by the requests that are coming in from support teams and balancing that with their everyday backlog. What if there is a better way, a less painful way to manage these escalations? Our app has a seamless integration between the support queue and dev backlogs. So when a request comes in that requires development attention, your support teams can forward to any Jira project at the click of a button. This arrives at a central inbox where your devs can actually review the escalation. They can convert it or link it to a backlog item or even reject it with their appropriate feedback. It's not just about shipping faster or running faster. It's about a better way to help your teams collaborate together. So I've just walked you through a whirlwind tour of our brand new customer service management app. Something that brings AI and human collaboration effortlessly, that gives your support teams the full picture, and connects your teams across your business to really keep your customers happy. Next up, let's talk about Jira Service Management and the innovations that we are bringing to help IT and business teams deliver great service inside the organization. And to do this, let me introduce onto the stage Shamik.
Thanks, Edwin. You've seen some really exciting innovations that we have been doing in the customer service space. Now, of course, customer service is just one important part of the puzzle. Inside every organization, service teams exist across IT, operations, HR, facilities, and beyond. And they all need a better way to manage service requests and handle incidents. That's where Jira Service Management comes in. We've mentioned earlier that more than 65,000 customers already rely on Jira Service Management to deliver great service to their employees and to handle incidents. But it's not just about scale, it's also about impact. According to Forrester's Total Economic Impact Report, Jira Service Management customers are seeing a 275% ROI over 3 years, while their agents resolve incidents faster and improving employee satisfaction. One of our enterprise customers, the Warehouse Group, has 10,000 employees and 200 stores. They ask themselves a simple question: how can we do more with less? By switching to Jira Service Management, they rolled out 14 times faster than their previous ITSM tool, and they cut their total cost of ownership by 25%. Now, let's dive in and see how we're doing things to help you, our customers, deliver amazing employee support, and how we are helping you reimagine AI operations in a new digital-centric world. Let's start with what we're doing for helping teams deliver incredible employee support. Now, onboarding a new employee is never simple. IT has to provision laptops and software. Facilities has to get a workspace ready. Payroll has to set up pay. And people ops has to set up their profile in Workday. The list goes on and on. It's like conducting a full orchestra, but without the right instruments, it feels more like noise than music. Let's see how Jira Service Management can help. In this example, Dave is a new employee, a designer joining Vitafleet. After Dave has been added into Workday, the Rovo service agent kicks in and reaches out to inform Jenna, Dave's manager, that his onboarding plan is ready for review. In the first planning step, Jenna collaborates with Rovo to shape Dave's onboarding plan. She asks it to skip the background check, and the plan just updates instantly. Then she has Rovo assign all the tasks to other teams, and it automatically assigns each work item to the right owner. Now that the onboarding plan is live, it shows up right here in the onboarding JSM ticket as work items. Each item connects back to the steps that Jenna and Rovo had planned together. And from here, you can drill into any task. For example, Rovo here is recommending that Dave is a designer and therefore should get a Figma license provisioned on their laptop. On Dave's first day of work, a personalized onboarding email is automatically triggered. And from there, Dave can click in onto the onboarding taskboard in Jira that's been created just for him. Finally, with the new HR dashboard, the team can easily get insights into employee satisfaction, workload, as well as the areas and opportunities for improving their business processes. Now let's switch gears and take a look at our recent advancements in IT operations. It's the middle of the night, and Julie's phone is buzzing. Normally, it's just a flurry of noisy alerts that's going to keep her up all night. But tonight, it's different. With AI-driven alert grouping on mobile, her alerts are neatly bundled up into the right set of services and tags, customized for her team. She can review, acknowledge, and take bulk actions right from her phone. No need to scramble for her laptop in the middle of the night. And our new advanced signal-to-noise classification highlights what's truly urgent so that Julie can focus on the real issues and get back to sleep faster. From a group of alerts, Julie can escalate these alerts into an incident, with AI automatically helping her pre-populate the incident record so she can get an accurate head start and not have to waste her time with manual data entry. Connected third-party tools like BigPanda amplify the incident record dynamically, including all the context needed to keep the incident up to date. So instead of having to shift through endless logs, metrics, records, Julie can use Rovo Ops to perform root cause analysis. What Rovo does is it automatically analyzes all the recent deployments, code changes, feature flag configurations, and in seconds, Julie can see the most likely root cause. And all the recommended fixes are surfaced right there in context with the incident. So she can look at the service graph as well and see all the affected services that this particular incident might be affecting. She can pull all of this data and resolve these issues and insights, both from Atlassian data, of course, but also from third-party tools like New Relic and Dynatrace. And with all this rich observability data, she can quickly validate that the root cause that Rovo is suggesting is the right one. She can do this directly in Rovo without having to swivel chair across many different tools. Now that she's found the root cause, Julie can use our enhanced stakeholder communications capability to keep external stakeholders informed, right from within the incident. For those of you who are familiar with Status Page, we're now bringing all of Status Page communications capabilities into Jira Service Management so that updates can be easily pushed onto public status pages so that customers get real-time information on how their service is doing. Now that Julie has communicated with the right set of people, she can mitigate the incident and start rolling back to a stable version. Here's where the power of orchestration kicks in. With one click, she can run diagnostics and launch remediation scripts, even on third-party tools like AWS. Now you can run multiple automation rules at the same time with our new conditional branches feature. These orchestration capabilities are facilitated by what we call playbooks, which are interactive, step-by-step guides that help ops teams resolve issues faster. And now that the incident has been mitigated, Julie can finally mark it as resolved, and her team can take a breath. Now, for IT ops, visibility into upcoming changes is critical. Most outages happen because a team didn't know that changes were coming. Our reimagined change calendar gives a clear, intuitive view of all the planned changes across all your assets and services. You can apply filters and automation, and the right people stay informed, and conflicts are caught before they become real issues. This has been one of our top requests that we've heard from customers, and we're really excited to bring it to life. Plus, of course, you can subscribe to a change calendar so that you don't miss anything. So that was just a quick tour of all the innovations we're shipping in the Jira Service Management app for your HR teams and your IT operations teams to be able to supercharge their work. Now, let's talk about Assets, the third app in the service collection. For years, Assets has been a favorite capability inside the Jira Service Management app. It has been powering teams to help them from managing everything and tracking everything, ranging from laptops to software licenses to people to vehicle numbers, satellites, and so on. As you've heard in the founder's keynote, Assets will soon become available across the entire platform of Atlassian apps. That means all Atlassian customers can track anything that matters to your business and have it show up in context wherever they work, whether it is Rovo Search, Chat, Smart Links, and so on. In other words, it's your data, you can see it in your way, connected everywhere. Now, Service Collection, however, remains the go-to place for complex CMDB and IT asset management use cases. And we are continuing to invest in features for organizations that need robust, integrated data management. And that brings us to Data Manager. It's a powerful tool that collects, cleans, and reconciles all your assets data from almost 20 different sources out of the box. Now, I'm excited to announce that now it's generally available for all Premium and Enterprise Edition customers of the Service Collection. Our new importer tool inside Data Manager lets you seamlessly bring your data straight into the asset schema. No more manual imports, CSV files, and automation scripts or custom scripts that you needed to write before. And coming soon, you'll even be able to schedule your imports at a time that's convenient for you. And your asset management data will remain complete and correct. You will also have greater flexibility and options to customize how you're going to visualize your assets through the new Assets dashboard. We've also been making significant improvements to Assets for its scale, performance, and reliability. And we're just getting started. The work we've been doing means that you'll soon be able to store up to 10 million business objects inside Assets. And you can import and query your data faster than ever before. And with all of these improvements, our cost savings are going to be passed along to you, our customers. And finally, over the last couple of years, we've been hard at work delivering a host of new compliance and regulatory standards to support your day-to-day work. The ones that are listed here are currently available in Jira Service Management. And more of these will be rolling out in the Service Collection over time. So that's all from us. Thank you so much for joining this super session. For those of you who are joining us online, please visit atlassian.com/service collection and try it all for free. Thank you again and enjoy the rest of the conference.